All right, let's. Oh shit! It disconnected me from the set. God damn.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out.
Is that one up still? Yeah. I got you, bro. I'm joining going back in the franchise.
Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, before I sat down. Still borrowing money stacked tall in the shack now. Still pushing buttons.
Search, Joe, search.
I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Front the back gate yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique.
It's up. I put it in the chat.
I'm moving the bricks. Talk about now we're doing it, prick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news head.
You say you let me put your teeth in me.
Still see that I'm ahead of my time. I caught the chromed out hard top real with the shine. I got some time, they ain't I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling.
Stay focused.
Bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. Front the back gate yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. Mic check,
Get down.
1, 2, 1, 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do? When you show up on the scene, what is you do? You and your friend and play a little too on two. If you happen what I do, you be hitting your deck. I got it. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show him this ain't the squad or a sucker to test. Pimp, but too large and we way too fresh. Work well with.
It has been 60 years since the Packers and Chiefs met down in Southern California
Just,
in what would come to be known as the
shit,
first Super Bowl.
But
now, at modern Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, we are counting down to Super Bowl 60, and we've got a great matchup in store.
Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gunn, along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rear-view mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Second and 10. Jackson now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. White now to return.
And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Was shot right with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Buccaneers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Hey, Teddy, I love you. Wait.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Come on, man, take a left. Come on, man, take a left. You like it that? I like it too, Teddy. That's why I did it. That's why I did that motherfucker. I said, we ain't got to play them Cowboys. All right. Yeah. This motherfucker Michael Parsons, motherfucker there. That motherfucker be on your ass all day, Paul. Shit.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Oh. Hey, kid, I got a whole lot. Hey, you good?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. A short throw to Ingram.
Hey,
he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage to 24. This is 2nd and 6. They go play action with Jackson.
Knockout. Come on,
Madden,
that's a knockout.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Play action. It's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 44. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Lamar changing the look. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Flushed out right. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Back to throw here. That is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Okay.
Now they'll change things up. They'll try the middle with Garindo.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right.
Knockout.
And this one drops
Let's go!
in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Very cool. You good?
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Move. Late. Stop that.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His 2nd catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
Hey, come on, Lane. What you want, baby?
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl. A run up the middle with Irving. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Handoff running left, Irving. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Bucs continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Guerrero. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Jackson. A short throw to Ingram. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Jackson going to change things up a bit. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right.
Oh, trippy.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now 2nd and 3. From midfield now, Jackson. A short throw to Ingram. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Handoff here, Guerrero. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And it's caught. Touchdown. And Xavier Worthy from 10 yards out. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last.
Oh, wide open, complete.
Now he breaks free in the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Trey Palmer,
an 80-yard touchdown.
And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A short throw to Ingram. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Back to throw again. Completes it to Aaron Ingram. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. To throw again is Jackson.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
And now they'll shift things around.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Isaac Guerrero
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
To throw, Mayfield. Being chased out left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing, Mayfield.
Got him.
He's got him in, complete.
Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Trey Palmer, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, guys, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Once again, it's Irving. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On the handoff, this is Irvin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Mayfield going to switch things up here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bucs will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Here's Jackson to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jackson. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. An audible here to get a new look. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Now 3rd down and very long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Antonio Johnson. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The return is Kirk.
Yeah, it's cool.
It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now Baker going to change it up. They run out of the gun with Irving. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. Here's 3rd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Antonio Johnson able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. And he goes.
I'm on the other side.
It looks like right at the 50. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. To throw is Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, they got him again. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Now a give, Irving running right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They go play action. Mayfield. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Bucs are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Now,
following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Too, when you get like yards in the season and shit.
Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And just shutting him off there. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They go play action now. Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. Give him 30 yards there. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Here's Jackson.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Mayfield on play action. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Mayfield now. It's caught by Mike Evans. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Now, how about this? They'll change it at the line. They'll try it now with Irving.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Joe, I love you, bro. Don't do that, bro.
Throwing is Jackson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
I built this team, bro. I built the team.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
I built the team.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. 4th down, here's Jackson. That's to his running back. And he caught it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Buccaneers are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
Jackson now. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
From the gun, Jackson. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now he's forced out right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
No trades, nothing. Straight.
Claybrook's going to bring this one out. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Off to the races. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Me, I'm weak, y'all.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. Mayfield. To the right side and intercepted. And the Jags will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Back to throw. Jackson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly.
I'll take that.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The Tampa